What is going on, YouTube? Welcome in, welcome in. I am LuboATM, and this is another Shrine of Secrets discussion, which must mean it's a Wednesday. So yeah, what we do every week here is we go through the Shrine of Secrets. We discuss all of the perks that are available on the shrine, and I give you the recommendations on my opinions on what perks you should spend your hard-earned shards on. So it's a good shrine this week, very good shrine compared to last week. Um, and yeah, a lot of good perks on here. So we'll start off. We'll start off up the top here with Beast of Prey. This is a Huntress Teachable. And this perk basically grants you the undetectable status effect when you reach Bloodlust Tier 1. This status effect will be removed when you lose Bloodlust and you gain extra blood points in the hunting category. This is probably the weakest perk on the shrine this week, so I'm glad we're doing it up front. Um, I've never understood this perk. I've never understood the benefits or how to synergize this with anything or how to get the best value out of it. That might just be me being thick, but yeah. If you're gaining Bloodlust Tier 1, it means you've been engaged in a chase for an X amount of time. So becoming undetectable doesn't really help you. The person you're chasing knows you're chasing them. And if you're then going to break off that chase to go and maybe surprise someone with your undetectable status effect, A, you lose all the time that you've just sunk into that chase with that survivor, and B, you run the risk of losing your bloodlust by being out of chase and therefore losing your undetectable status effect. So I don't see really any real benefit for this perk. I don't get it. I just don't get it. So I personally would not recommend you buy this perk from the shrine. This one, however, from a killer point of view, is a Freddy Teachable Bloodwarden. I would recommend you buy this one. So this basically allows you to block the exit gates, or the entity will block the exit gates for X amount of time after you hook someone in the end game collapse. So this is a great perk. This is a great perk for meme builds. It's a great perk for playing customs or playing with your friends. It synergizes really well with a number of perks. And it does, especially if you're going to put together a build that's super aggressive, like so you're going to just put in like super aggressive perks that are going to let you hard commit to chases throughout the match. This is a really great safety net because you know you're probably going to lose a lot of gens and you might not get your 4 kill before the end game. This buys you some extra time to get those kills, whereas people would usually be waiting at the exit gate for you, waiting for you so they can leave. You would have the upper hand because they can't leave, so you can then make it over to them and then maybe get yourself an additional kill or two that you may not have already gotten. This perk pairs really well with Noed, with Rancor, with No Way Out, with I think it's Remember Me, another Freddy Teachable. This it's just a really good perk. It's really fun as well. Like the feeling you get when survivors realize Bloodwarden's a thing is hilarious. It's bad for them on their point of view. It's a horrible feeling. I've played Survivor enough times against it to know what it feels like to get to that exit gate and see it's blocked. But it's so funny. It's so enjoyable, and it's a really good perk. And as I said, if you're new to killer and you're going super aggressive with your build, with your tracking and your chase perks, this is a really good safety net for you to fall back on. And if you can synergize it with another perk, all the better. The next perk is Dead Hard, which is a Dave King teachable. I don't think I really need to spend a lot of time talking about this one. It is arguably the best survivor perk in the game. Arguably, if it's not the best, it's in the top 3. It is probably one of the most commonly used ones. It gives you the most benefits, I think, of any of the exhaustion perks. It's just an all round really good perk. Or like caveated with the fact that if you use it correctly, it's a great perk. If you use Dead Hard correctly, it is the best perk in the game. If you do not use Dead Hard correctly, then you're not really getting any value out of it. So basically, when you're injured, you can hit the active ability button when running. This gives you a dash which lets you avoid damage. So if you're in a chase and you feel or you can see the killer's red light right on your back and you get a feeling that they're going to swing for you, you can hit that active ability button, evade the hit, and then allow you to gain a little bit of distance while they go through their missed attack cooldown, and you can maybe get to a safe tile. Another thing that people use this for, you hear a lot of streamers or content creators talk about Dead Hard for distance. So that's when you're in a chase and you're almost at like for example a safe area of the map, but the killer is gaining ground on you and you maybe aren't going to make it. You can use the Dead Hard ability to use your dash to gain extra distance on the killer and make sure you get to that safe pallet or jungle gym or window, which can then extend your chase and buy your teammates time to do objectives. So it is a brilliant perk, When used correctly, it is, to me, the best survivor perk in the game, and I would highly recommend you get it. The last perk we're going to talk about today is Technician. It's a Feng Min teachable. I think it's a really good perk. It reduces the amount of noise your generator makes while being repaired by 8 meters, and basically when you fail a skill check, it doesn't explode and it doesn't notify the killer that you failed the skill check. It does cost you an extra 5% regression penalty, but I think that 5% regression penalty is worth it to not notify a killer that you're there. This is a really, really good perk for new players, because when you're at low ranks, like yellow ranks, one thing you're probably going to do a lot of is blowing up generators and missing skill checks. That's just going to happen. It's just a fact of life. It's something that nobody picks up 100% perfect when they start playing the game. So this can really, really help you in that effect. It doesn't reveal your location to the killer. It allows you to work on gens and work on those objectives in match, and it gives you that little extra bit of protection. I also think the reduced noise of the generator sounds is also a really good thing, because when I play killer at the beginning of matches, I bounce about the gens to see which ones are being worked on to find people. And because I've been playing it for that long, I know the rough distance of how close I need to go to that generator to be able to hear it being worked on. So this obviously reduces that by 8 meters, and I don't expect a lot of people to be running Technician. So if I went close to a generator and didn't hear the noise where I would expect to hear it, I would think there's no one on that gen and move on. So that gives you another kind of area of protection in that one. I think this is a really, really, really good perk for beginners. Really good perk for beginners, and even into like kind of intermediate players, it's a really good perk. I think the longer you play Dead by Daylight though, the less reliant you'll become on it and the less you'll need to use it. But I would definitely recommend it if you're a new player to Dead by Daylight. So that's us. Another shrine in the books, guys. So as always at the end here, I do the kind of recommendation for Survivor and recommendation for Killer. So Survivor recommendation is Dead Hard. Easy. I think that's the recommendation for the full shrine. Get Dead Hard. If you don't have it, get this one first. And then the Killer recommendation I would get is get Bloodwarden, because Bloodwarden is infinitely better than Beast of Prey. So yeah, that's it, guys. That's my recommendations. I think, to be fair, actually, I say that you could probably get any of these bottom three. I wouldn't narrow it down. I would say any of those bottom threes would be worth your shards. This one isn't. That's just my opinion. Again, there could be other people who use Beast of Prey. I just can't fathom where it would be useful. So yeah, that's another shrine video. Excellent, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. I just want to take a quick second to thank everyone who's supported the channel so far, everyone who's subscribed and liked the videos and commented and everything. It really means a lot as a new kind of content creator on YouTube. It really kind of helps me like get up the directories with the algorithms and things like that, so it is greatly appreciated. So as always, please like and share this video, please subscribe to the channel, come check me out on Twitch. I stream a couple of times a week over at Lubo, or twitch.tv/LuboATM. I will be streaming tonight, day of release, and I'll be streaming again at the weekend, so please come and join me over there, have a chat with me. I'm always happy to discuss things Dead by Daylight, and until I speak to you next time, guys, peace out.